Hello everyone and welcome back to Anno 1800 Extreme. Our city is coming along splendidly. I'm really proud of this tiny jewel that we've created here, that funeral metropolis. And well, we have finally captured a new island, Auspicious Isle over here. That is not so bad overall. It has zinc on it 2 times. It also has a coal deposit and two clay deposits, and that's pretty cool overall. So what I'm going ahead here is, what I'm going to do is, we don't have any traders left, right? And I also don't have any influence left for these traders. So let's just use one of my privateer warships to get, well, some building materials over. Meanwhile, the Herald, one of my flagships, one of my big battleships here, is on its way to so Archibald Blake over there, because there is something here for sale that I would like to get, and that's the plate heat exchanger. Hit points increased by 30%, and also the damage slowdown is reduced by 100%. So I would like to start now purchasing some items here and there. Some of you have been already complaining why I'm not doing this earlier. Well, just look at that. One of these items costs 200,000 credits. We only have 800,000. I don't even have enough money at the moment to purchase another island's share. Money is so tight. Don't get fooled by the number up there. It's not much, and we do need way more than that. For the palace, for example, just for the palace that I have on my to-do list, I would need 1 million credits just for the main building. We're not even talking about the modules there yet. So money, we don't have that at the moment. It looks like it, but obviously it's not really. Let's still just use one of that cash that I have to purchase this one. 30% hit point increase is pretty cool overall. So from 12,000 HP, we're going to 15,600 HP. That's pretty cool overall. A nice boost there. I could go ahead and re-roll and boom, get it once again, just the slower version. Or we are going with the fine steel hull here. That is actually pretty cheap. Hit points increased by 30%, the damage from cannons and from the Big Bertha is reduced by 15%. That is actually a new bonus out of this item here. Really cool overall. We could use this. Let's just check it out. We should not get over 20,000 HP points there. 19k it is right now. Why? Because otherwise we're going to lose this ship next time we reload. That is one of the problems with the mod, or with the base game actually, that we can't change around. But that's pretty cool overall. So one of my ships gets boosted there. We might actually spread the items there to other ships then as well, to other battleships that we have. Alrighty, so one thing that we need to do as well is, first of all, now we have the building materials here, so that's some timber and some bricks. Let's just get this over. As we can see, no influence. I can't get up any influence for Auspicious Isle, so we'll just have to live with it with just this main building. In that case, we do have the fleet though very close to that. Also, the next battleship is already halfway through. We would have actually the advanced weapons. We don't have the steam motors nor the influence for anything else. For steam motors, I'm working on the brass already, so we do need more brass. For steam motors, for glasses overall, basically for everything that is advanced. Brass, I think we cannot import. Alright, we do need cement. We do need to import cement 1,400 times. That is possible. I have no problem with that. The next trade is coming in 4 minutes, and then we should be unlocking, the sewing machines to the next level, and that will open up one more trade contract for us that I can have. And that's basically then going to be my... Oh yeah, those ships are going down really quickly. That's basically going to be my cement import then. I mean, I could pause on one of my other imports. That would be the plantain, for example. And let's just use cement on this one, right? It's 1 to 3 actually. And I think to speed it up, I think we only need 1,400. So I could, for example, go ahead and just import 400, 450. Right, it will deplete all my soap, but we would get this one. I don't have the storage though. I do have though another depot ready there. Let's use this one. Perfect. And I could go ahead. We do have some more space here, having another depot area. Perhaps, I mean, it's looking chaotic, but it would be possible. Another depot there. And can I upgrade this one more time? I can. We have the resources. It's pretty expensive, but it's going to be worth it. This one to the highest level now, providing us with 250 tons more. And that should actually do the trick now to push the think to push it up there, right? 1,500 we can have now, 1,550. And in that case, that will push this one right away. And then we can import brass. So I don't actually need the zinc then anymore. But that's something for later. Where's my ship now? There it is. And by the way, this one has an Eastern Water Buffalo in store. Probably a loot somewhere. Oh, and also let's move the plate to the other battleship, right? So that we're spreading the HP there a bit among my battleships overall. Very good. There is now the resources coming in. One thing that we definitely will need in Auspicious Isle is though the brick production, right? Or at least the clay. I think at the moment, are we getting the clay in? No, we're not. So I could boost the clay over there because I can only have one brick factory production here. So 2 brick factories, actually not even that. Ooh, I will need a small worker village there after all. It's unavoidable. So I do need to have a little marketplace there. We would have nothing really interesting on this one other than grape, but even then that's not really good. There's also the coal that we will be able to use. Let's just get us a few people out there. We do need a fishery for that. And it's only going to be that, really, right? And one warehouse up here together with a sheep farm. And I don't think we need more than that. I mean, we can make room for some more sheep farm then. Right, so here, if we need that, if we really need that, but I don't think so. And then we just basically go ahead here with a couple of farmers, so that we get the workforce cracking. Also, a pub. There's not much going on this island, so a proper pub should be one of the minimum requirements, so people actually go to this place. And a couple more here. And I'm just going to get a bit more timber than to Auspicious Isle then pretty soon. Alright, those traders are working. By the way, we have some resources for upgrades. I would like to go ahead with that. We have lots of workers there at the moment. So we can just go ahead here. Getting us a few more artisans. As always, moving around the town center. Right, and then also up there we have a couple more farmers that don't need to be farmers any longer. Those guys there. Oh, and there's also some ruins here, but the catastrophe is still ongoing. So we'll just need to wait on that a bit. And up here, that looks fantastic. And here, and we are almost out of farmers now. Perfect, and that means, well, I can once again also upgrade a couple more people then to artisans, like those guys just beside the hospital. There you go. You need a school. I don't have a school here. Nope, for these guys. They definitely do need a school though. Where's my other one? I think we had a school. There's one. Yep, for this district I would need one probably here. So I'm just going to move those poor fellas a bit further away. They still have everything they need except the school, and the school we are providing now in this spot. Perhaps also nice temperate growth in the back of it, so that this is provided for. Perfect. So all of them now have the school, and that means we can also upgrade more workers again to artisans. We already have a lot of artisans now. That's good to see, because that means we can get more engineers now into my tiny town. So there we have a couple more. Right, I do still have resources. Now I'm out of it. There you go. My ship has arrived. Let's get the timber. Do we need anything else? I think we do need some steel beams there too. And this one has reached village status. And they're not really happy, it seems. But they do have their fish. Right. And they should have their work clothes in now. So be happy. There it is. Yes, now we have a content population here. Oh, and also Cap Tobias has arrived. Just check real quick the map if there's no attack coming in. There's some ship movement here. By the way, in the new world, I just have to show you this. It's getting crazy. This is definitely a bug, right? So this is not normal. That many ships, and they're just circling around in this area there. I don't know why, because Princess Jing doesn't have anything else anywhere in the world then, other than her main island, which is looking fantastic. Gotta say that. but still. Oh, and also my next battleship is out. Regent, it's called. My third one. So we got 3 of those beauties now in place. Very good. And we also have upgraded now the sewing machines. And that means that I can now go ahead with... Actually, I can't. Oh, I can, but I do need the bricks. The bricks. This one unlocked. And 4,000 we need for the epic level. So the soap will be the next one. And instead of the cement now, I could go ahead with the plantain once more. Or we should be able now to use brass. There it is. In all its glory. I'm not using soap for that though. We could use the advanced weapons. It would be a 1 to 15. That is crazy. Right? So we could get really a lot of brass out of the advanced weapons that we have. That is really tempting. We have a consumption right now of brass. Just check this one out. It's 0. Alright, so it is equal. But we are going to need a couple more of them. And I think 145 is already a lot. So we can go ahead with the next motor assembly line then soon. So I need my bricks. Just go ahead. There we have that. They should be able to upgrade now. Some of them at least. Perfect. Go ahead. Here we definitely do need room for a warehouse then. There's the coal. And then we got those 2. This one, this clay deposit. And this one has the connection with the warehouse though. Right. And once I start upgrading those guys, we'll have a couple more workers. Let's just do this with a few of them. There you go. That's 180. It will be over 200. And we could also paint them a bit differently. So that they look a bit more colorful perhaps. Yeah, like that. Why not? And also the farmers. What a cute little town this is. Totally fine. As a vacation location, I would definitely go here. If it weren't for the looming threat of death all the time. It is also time to have a bit more look at diplomacy, even though I think this will be a non-success. The trade rights, how much does she want for that? 900,000. It's crazy. Crazy numbers overall. I'm not doing that. And last time she wanted over 1 million for a non-aggression pact. Let's just stay with peace, but I think alliance with the pirate, that's still pretty far away here. At least for now. Another thing that we should check out is, I think, the light bulbs. Yep, they're out. So let's just have a look. I think consumption is 1 negative. And for the light bulbs, we do have the filament, the glass maker, but the glass is also low now. And then we have the filament factory. We definitely will need a second one here. Right, and they should have the boost. They have the boost. And then we have the glass makers. For the glass makers, so filament is 0, and glass is also on its way down. Quartz sand is also on its way down, so I do need more quartz that I would have over here. We do have still some room in that corner, but that's, as far as I can see, that's probably it for the brass, for the glass. And by the way, this is a nice area there, so we can squeeze in some trees here. Just because I can, and because it's actually nice. So if there's a gap between some streets, you definitely need to add some trees to it. There's also the cherry orchard. Yeah, fine. Alright, that's that. Can we boost them? Am I boosting them? I'm not. I could boost them. It's only costing me 1 happiness for the sand. And we do need the sand. The tallow I can definitely reduce now. There I get some happiness back. And I think the coal we can also reduce then. I'm importing the coal with the docklands already. And I think last time I checked, coal is completely stacked. We're having a surplus of plus 36 there at the moment. So it's absolutely not required to boost the coal. And then we get some happiness back again. Perfect. Now, the next filament is working. We just need the same for the glass makers. They're over here. Can we squeeze them in there? That would be awesome, because that's still electricity here. Perfect. There you go. And we will need to upgrade those warehouses. Boy, I'm really down on the bricks still. I'm working on that already. And we have so many weapon factories here that I don't need anymore. So I could get rid of one of them. Let's get rid of 2 of them. The big part there is also that we get some attractiveness back. And then we have some room there for some more factories once more. The window makers, we don't need that many more, but I would like to use now that on my light bulb, on a second light bulb factory. Right, so that's that. There we have one, and I should be able then to squeeze one in here. There's the road. Let's see, oh, that's a brick factory. We don't need that here. I can easily move the brick factory over there, and then we should have... how should we do this? I can move this one. There it's possible if I make this one long term or longy, and then we can squeeze another light bulb factory right into this corner there, getting electricity as well, and it's starting its production. It's boosting, it's using 1 per minute, so now we have a +1 because it's producing 2 per minute then. So this one will be positive to +1, and that's enough for the light bulbs again, because we need them. Without them we cannot upgrade to investors. Coffee, oh, coffee. Coffee is another thing that we definitely should check. Everything is actually looking rather good. Schnapps perhaps not so much, but coffee is looking bad. Bad. The production should be there. It's a +7 at the moment. Coffee route. Only one ship. We definitely will need a second ship on this coffee route there. And we have the workforce though, so I could go ahead and just boost the coffee there a tiny bit more. Yeah. First of all, I can of course use it with the 50%, right? We can easily do that without losing actually too much. And I could do the same thing with the coffee roasters. That I can't do. There is too much negativity surrounding them. So we would need to do something. The boxing arena. Boxing arena, let's do this. And the chapel is down. There has been a fire here. Let's rebuild them. The hospital is working, but the fire station is not. Let's just see that we can squeeze in a nice fire station somewhere. And the boxing arena, how should we do this? In River of Stars, right in the center. I think that's a good location there. Yep, we just need to move them. Let's get rid of those jornaleros and have the obreros there instead. And the jornaleros I can easily get placed somewhere else, right? Because they basically don't cost me anything really down there perhaps. And then we get this nice arena for my people. This will be a nice jump there for the happiness overall. And by the way, it's looking really naked here. So let's also get us some palm trees. And since I have so many bricks, I can also just pave the road here in the town center a bit. I mean, we are not savages after all, right? We're fighting for survival, but we can still make the towns tiny bit decent. There you go. Looking much better already with all of that. Okay, and something else that I would like to do is getting another coffee roaster out there now, and also upgrading this warehouse there to a medium one. After all, there's a bit more demand now. We've boosted the plantations by 50%, so 2 more coffee roasters will be fine, right? Because we've boosted like, I think 8 of them, right? So 2 more. Yep, 2 more will be fine for that compensation, for that increased income now of coffee beans. Now there's still the matter though of the trade routes, and I absolutely don't have any influence. Let's upgrade a few more here. Alright, so that's pretty good. We have 250 obreros now, obreros workers, and that makes it a port town. Oh, and Tobias is in again? Or is he still trading from last time? No, he's still trading from last time. Since we are trading so many goods now and so many volumes, we should also apply the loading wharf. That is reducing the speed basically at which they're unloading goods. It's really tight here though when it comes to that. So I could have them, for example, here then. 1 for now, right there. So the ships are docking here and here. And perhaps I move this one over. So there's a bit more space. I mean, it's not the most beautiful docklands, and the harbor master I can also build there still, but it's something that works. And then we have more volume here for, or more space for another export office then. I still need to, you know, increase the loading times there. They're ridiculous at this point, and it's taking too much time. And there's my ship. So let's also just get us some timber. I think that's the only thing we will need. Yep. Oh, let's just make it that. Getting it to Auspicious Isle. There you go. Let's unload the timber. And with that, we can finally now build us the next brick production. The next one here, right? And then we have one more up there together with the brick factories as well. Over there, over here. Oh, I level up. That gives me 12 more influence points. We can immediately invest that into a cargo ship. I do need that. One more cargo ship. Perfect. I can actually get, I think, a couple more out there, right? One costs me 3 influence points, and we definitely should do that. Yeah. There you go. But at least that one is working now. And for this one, I could actually be so crazy and have a charter route. Since it would be our only charter route, it should not cost me any influence. We have still this one here for the Fried Plantain in the New World, but this is non-existent right now, right? So we can now get another charter route, this one, and it's going to transport the bricks from Auspicious Isle to Madison with the maximum amount. It doesn't cost me influence because it's the first one, and that is fine. And we don't need a ship then, right? And it's going to be such a small volume, I think that it's not really going to be ever full, right? So it's coming out here, going to the brick factories. The same thing is here, going right to the brick factories and producing us the clay. And that's basically everything this island stands for right now. The coal, yeah, the coal might be another thing actually. And there we do need a ship then. All right, we can purchase one. I do have the flagship. Or, for such a small trade route, let's go with a clipper. Yep. I don't like to build clippers anymore really. But for such a small trade route, let's go with the clipper. Let's have the clipper then on this trade route, because it's going to be coal and bricks. And the only thing I will still need here now is a coal mine, and that we can have just here, fine. And that is exactly how much workforce we have now used, so it's down to 0, but that's just as much as we need. Perfect. I mean, in order to have a bit of a buffer, let's just upgrade 2 more houses there, right? So that we have a plus 20, just in case there is anything going wrong. And that's the coal mine, and 1 more coal source coming in. That's just perfect, really. And I think we might then be able to tone down on the coal import, save the sewing machines for something else along the way. And how's my caoutchouc cooking? Caoutchouc is fine too. We just need to make sure that with the advanced weapons, right, we are producing 2 per minute right now. I'm using 10 for the trading. So we have around 40 every 20 minutes. And out of these 40, I'm using 10 now for one of my trade routes. We need to keep a close look on that, right? So every 20 minutes, I have a surplus of 30 advanced weapons. We do need 50 for the battleship. And the battleship, once again, takes 30 minutes construction time. Oh, really? Another level up? Or are we... Oh no, we are actually losing level there right now because population is going down. That's because probably something is missing, and that's the coffee, right? So coffee. I'm already working on that. On my coffee. How much coal oil do I have? Ooh, oil is looking really good, but I don't think we can support a 2nd or 3rd power. I'm already doing here the 50%. Perhaps we might boost it with some items there. Oil is going to be a bit of a tricky one. Yeah. We have it in River of Stars. 15 oil patches. Spread out a lot. So we have 1 field here and 1 field here. Oil tankers are expensive, but I think we have no choice here. I think I might go for an oil trade route, because I will need to boost this area there too with electricity soon. For now, we have some more artisans I could upgrade. And I will. We need the engineers paying us all these taxes. There we have a couple more, and here. So that Madison is growing. So far so good. Peaceful out there, so we can focus a bit on our economy. But the battles are yet to come. I'm sure of it. Stay tuned.